What do forensic psychologists do?
I feel like forensic psychologists, what do they do? I feel like they deal with like forensic evidence. Like, I feel like forensic psychologists deal with some forensic evidence to prove, things such as like crimes or, something that deals with people, that happen in bad situations, like murder, something like that. So I feel like you get into the forensic people, which I think are psychologists, to yeah, that's something like that.
Okay, I appreciate
I
that.
believe forensic psychologists do is they analyze people's behaviors and crimes. They ask themselves, why would he or she commit that crime? Maybe it's trauma, maybe it's neglection. I feel like they find it all and they try to understand mentally where the criminal was coming from.
I think forensic psychologists, they do a numerous of things. For one, I feel like they screen prisoners whenever they have already been convicted of a crime to think about, evaluate their mental state. They also evaluate crime scenes, whether it was like a personal killing, if it's like a vicious killing, then they'll probably say it was somebody closer than that possibly wronged them, and go ahead and start to put it in order where they can start to interview to get a suspect in a crime.
Thank you. Yeah.
I think forensic psychologists go based off your hereditary background when doing therapy or when being your shrink.
What do forensic psychologists do?
Okay, so these people, they try to get into the minds of maybe a killer or a criminal, and try to figure out who this person is, try to profile them, try to figure out their behaviors, little details they were able, like how they killed the person, what made them do this little sedated thing, sedating.
What do forensic psychologists do?
Forensic psychologists, they pretty much deal with like people's minds and try to pick people's brains to understand and get to what they need in the crime scene.
I think forensic psychologists helps evaluate criminals. It helps give us an understanding on their motives and why they commit certain crimes. It also helps like detectives and stuff not miss certain things at crime scenes.
Yes. What do you guys believe forensic psychologists do?
They analyze behavior and they use it to
They help criminal profiles. They help the
they build a profile on it. Yeah, they analyze you and they use psychology and your behavior and stuff, and then they
create the
like you using like the FBI and stuff like that. I think something like that.
Good enough.
So they use psychological research to use it in the criminal justice system.
Period. Beautiful. Okay.
I think a forensic psychologist uses I think a forensic psychologist uses psychology to investigate criminal behavior.
Period.
Many people are unaware of the fact that they really know a considerable amount of information regarding forensic psychologists. For instance, forensic psychology is present all around us, but in different forms and aspects. For example, while we're watching television or we grab the daily newspaper, there is quite a few scenarios that are directly related to the subject of forensic psychology. And just like the different movies produced in Hollywood, in most cases, there draws a focus towards killer series and court cases, and also jury settings.
Psychology is broadly defined as being any application of psychological research, method theory, and practice.
Forensic psychologists handle many different types of jobs, many of which involve circumstances normal psychologists wouldn't handle. Like, they deal with jobs that include custody disputes, insurance claims, lawsuits, family courts, psychotherapy services, child abuse, hospital work, and rehabilitation centers. Forensic psychologists also perform criminal profiling services. They may give expert testimony and courtroom testimony. They also evaluate suspected criminals. For mental capacity and their ability to stand trial.